What's up guys, Pasha here again, and I'm making a video about controllers. So this is a different kind of video, and as you all know, I play on Xbox, I don't play on PlayStation, I've made a video about the Elite controller and the bumper's not working, and I made a fix video. And I'm gonna give my honest opinion about how the fix actually went, if it was good, if it lasted for a while. And I've switched to Scuf controllers. I've switched from Elite to Scuf, and I'm gonna be talking about that. If I'm gonna like give tips and tricks, if it's a good idea to switch from Elite controller to Scuf. Now let's get started. So as you all know, this is the Elite controller. It's pretty good, but it's had a pretty rough start. It's come with broken bumpers. People have had many issues, not just bumpers, like the face buttons don't work very well, but you know, face buttons are nothing to me. Paddles are what's most important to me. And I've bought two. You may be wondering why, because the first one, before I knew the fix, the RB stopped working. Bought a second one, and guess what? The exact same thing happened. It's not very good. And so, because of this, I've decided to switch to Scuf, because my fix video, you know, it works, but temporarily. It wasn't completely fixed forever. It stopped working, I had to open it often and stuff, so I thought I don't want to have that, you know. I made the switch. So, I'll be talking to you about how that was, and if it was hard or not. If you're thinking of switching to Scuf, I paid 150 quid for the Scuf Prestige controller, which is their latest Xbox One controller. And I paid around 180 for the Elite controller, but don't get me wrong, the Scufs would cost around 200 quid, a little bit more. I got it for a very good price. I don't know how, but I did. And basically, the main thing you have to consider when switching from Elite controller to Scuf is the paddles. Now, I was worried about this. The paddles on the Elite controller look like this. They come off just like that. And on the Scuf, they look like this. 100 quid, a little bit more. I got it for a very good price. I don't know how, but I did. And basically, the main thing you have to consider when switching from Elite controller to Scuf is the paddles. Now, I was worried about this. The paddles on Elite look like this. It feels really good, natural in your hands. But when you switch to Scuf, for me, I've only had it for 3 days, and I think I'm already pretty used to these paddles. They are much harder to press. And my fingers already hurt from using them for some time, because switching from Elite to Scuf, yes, it feels different. It does feel different, but you can do it. Like, so far, 3 days in, I'd say I'm like 95% used to them already. In my opinion, these clicks feel snappier. They feel like a mouse click. And on Elite controllers, you know, still feels good, but that's not a problem really. It's all about if you have time to get used to and adjust to Scuf. If you do, go ahead, go for it, go for Scuf, because they last longer. From everything I've heard and from other people, what I know is that Scuf lasts a while. It's a professional gaming controller, just like the Elite controller, which Xbox claimed it to be. And don't get me wrong, I used to have an Elite Series 1 till I sold it, and then I have these. My Elite Series 1 never had any issues. I had it for a good 2 years, didn't have a single problem. I gave it to my mate, I sold it to him, so now I have these, and I'm quite disappointed, frankly. So now I have my Scuf, and as you can see, you're not actually supposed to be able to fit control freaks onto Scufs. The way I did that was, I actually got the Scuf stick, I got some scissors, I cut around it, so the control freak fits perfectly. It goes in. I can, like, if you guys want, I can make a video about that if I see people switching from Elite controller to Scuf. See, it goes on snag like that. And here I've put a bit of rubber here, because as I said, my fingers hurt switching to these paddles. These plastic paddles feel different compared to the Elite metal ones, so not a problem. The trigger stops on the Scuf are a bit weaker than the one on Elite, as you can see. So, compared to, it goes a bit lower, but you know, I don't really care about that. Like, obviously it's important in shooters, but it's low enough. Let's just say that. It's low enough and it's fine. Scuf also has a key. So Scuf has a bag like this. It's got a magnet and it's got a key to tighten your triggers. I'll explain now. So, the magnet is to remap your paddles, because as you may know, on Elite, to remap them, you can do it through Xbox, using Xbox accessories. But on Elite, on Scuf, you have to get the electromagnetic remapping key. You put it in the middle, and to remap, you hold the paddle, which you want to be mapped. Then you hold the face button, let's say A, for 1 second. You let go, you let go. Now this paddle's going to be A. That's EMR, electromagnetic remapping. And then the next thing is the key. Now with this key, you can tighten the triggers. I'm not going to do it, but you put it inside inside this little hole, and it's like a screwdriver, you simply turn it. And it can tighten the triggers to make it quicker, but don't overdo it, because I thought the controller was broken. I did it too much, and the RT, it wasn't clicked, but on the actual Xbox, it recognized it as a click. Don't overdo that, guys. And another fact which I want to make clear is when I buy controllers, a very important thing which I like is that I'm able to open my controller and it's highly customizable. With Scuf, I'm going to show you now, I can simply take off the magnetic faceplate, just like that. There should be a small Scuf here, you just pick it out and look, it's a naked controller, and you can literally take the sticks out, you can interchange them and stuff. It's really good controller. I would recommend this over the Elite because, well, I mean, I can't really say anything yet because I've only had it for a short period of time. But after I use it for a while, I'm going to make an update video and I'm going to tell you how it went and if I genuinely recommend you to get it. I hope this Scuf lasts me a while. Like as I already mentioned, people have said that the condition and the quality on the Scuf is way better than the Elite. So yeah, it's really up to you guys. If you get an Elite Series 2 that works, that's perfectly fine, use that. I prefer the paddles on the Elite much better than the Scuf. But, you know, when you get used to them, it's also not hard. And I was using the paddles on the Elite wrong, you know. I had my pinkies on the bottom ones. Nobody does that. People who have a ring and middle finger on them and just one finger here. I had two fingers here. So that's why it was very hard for me to switch. For you, it'll be easier if you play normally, of course. You only have one finger up here, but I had two. And use my pinkies on the paddles. But, you know, I had to switch completely, but yeah, it's fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this has cleared some things for you guys, and I hope this has helped you to choose something. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, I guess. See ya.